guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over my medium range rifle setup. We're going to start off by going through everything I have on this rifle and why I have it set up in that way. Then we'll break into some shooting at some shorter distances, maybe even shoot longer range to test its capabilities. Alright, let's get into it. The general idea and philosophy behind this build is I wanted to build a rifle that was able to do all the things a shorter gun can do, but also be able to hit targets out at that 5, 6, 7, maybe even 800 meters. Let's start off by breaking down this build, going through from tip to butt. Alright, starting off with the muzzle, we have a True North Arms reverse suppressor with integrated muzzle brake. The reason I went with this instead of an actual suppressor is, well, I live in Canada, and here in Canada, owning a suppressor makes you a criminal. Next up, the barrel is an 18.6 inch Lockhart Tactical barrel, 1-in-8 twist. 223 Wild. The barrel has a Lockhart Tactical gas block installed on it, backwards. Obviously no gas tube. The reason the gas block is installed backwards is this is actually a straight pull bolt action, and this gas block is solely there just to block the gas port on the barrel. Next up, we have a True North Arms 15-inch M-Lock rail. The reason I went with this rail is solely just price. I believe this came out to around 100 Canadian or around 75 USD. As you can see, I decided not to run any backup sights on this, solely due to the fact that this is a fun gun I take up in the mountains shooting. I don't need a secondary aiming device on this rifle. Next up, we have the bipod. The bipod is just a Magpul bipod attached using a Magpul 3-slot Picatinny adapter. Next, we have an Arca rail mounted on the M-Lock. I'm running the Magpul MS4 sling. Alright, the receiver is a Maple Ridge Armoury Renegade. As mentioned, it's a straight pull bolt action. It would be nice if it was a semi-auto, but the Canadian government has basically outlawed all semi-autos with the exception of a few. For mags, I use all kinds of different mags. Here I obviously have the Gen 3 P-Mag. I really like using these 10 rounds coupled with 10 rounds. These are the Cross Industries cross mags. You can separate these magazines to make it easier to shoot from a prone position. The LPVO is a Sig Tango MSR 1:6 second focal plane. It's a good option if you're looking for a good quality LPVO in that budget category. Although I wish I went with a first focal plane for when shooting at distances and using the holds in the reticle. Speaking of the reticle, it's a BDC 6 reticle. I enjoy the illuminated horseshoe. I'm just running the factory mount, factory scope caps. One thing I like about these scope caps is they actually sit flush with the top of the scope, as opposed to some other scope caps in the market that sit at a 45 or even straight up and down. Trigger is a Trigger Tech single stage duty trigger. It's a fixed 3.5 pound trigger pull. This is a really crisp trigger. It has 0 take up. The stock and the grip are both Magpul. The grip is the K2 Plus, I believe. It's got the rubberized texture on it. I love this grip. Stock is the STR stock on OD green. The storage compartments are great, not only for having extra storage, but also being able to get a better cheek weld on the rifle. All right, that's the build breakdown. Let's get into some shooting. All right, so we're set up here at 50 meters. Unfortunately, it's too foggy out to shoot at any further distance. All right, so let's get shooting. Alright, so I chose to run the charging handle on the right side of the rifle, and that's because I shoot from a prone position a lot, and in my opinion it's easier to grab the charging handle with your trigger hand and laying down so you're not all bunched up. It's kind of unfortunate that this is what our country has come to, but hopefully one day we'll get our semi-autos back. Alright, that's my Maple Ridge Armoury 18.6 inch setup. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you guys in the next one.